Hello out there, everybody. Manny here at Area 503. And I hope everyone has been well since our last video. November and December have been a busy time for scientists around the world. In this update, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the major discoveries in science and technology over the last few weeks. November 26 marked the very special date in the Mars InSight mission. InSight successfully navigated to Mars and landed on the surface, where it then began the deployment phase of its solar collectors, seismometer, and temperature probe. InSight was sent to collect data on the state of Mars and to measure its vital statistics. This project was the first of its kind to test the new CubeSat program called MARCO. This successful test means that these CubeSats will revolutionize the way that missions are run in the future. After landing, the InSight sent back this first photo. The dust cover was still on, so it was a little speckly and dusty. However, it's nice to see a photo from Mars. The InSight mission was exceptionally well organized, implemented, and executed. It really is a showcase of some of NASA's finest work. And I did do a couple of previous videos on the pre-launch landing and the landing, which talk a lot more about it, so if you're interested, make sure to check those out. The next thing that I would like to talk a little bit about is a lost continent that was discovered under the ice sheets of Antarctica. Using revolutionary ice-penetrating radar, scientists in Antarctica discovered lost pieces of the supercontinent Gondwana. This clearly shows that Antarctica is made up of two parts, one from South Africa and one from Australia. I have personally always felt like there is something more to Antarctica. I am very interested to see what else they will discover down there beneath the ice. And our next topic of discussion, a crater the size of Paris was discovered under the Greenland ice sheets. An international team of scientists discovered a crater that was 19 miles across and 1,000 feet deep. That's bigger than Washington, D.C. or Paris. It is believed the crater would have had to have been created by a meteorite over half a mile wide, impacting with the Earth. It's impossible to place an exact date on the meteorite. However, scientists suspect the impact was sometime between 12,000 and no later than 3 million years ago. Ice-penetrating radar has been around for some time, but the technology has recently been refined. The refinement of this technology has led to discoveries both amazing and wonderful in both Antarctica and Iceland. And I'm certain that this technology will also be used on satellite exploration of other planets and moons in our solar system. Maybe this new ice-penetrating radar can be used on satellite missions to Io or Enceladus. Those are basically ice-covered oceans, in my opinion. And moving right along, the next thing I want to talk about is the Voyager II satellite that was launched 41 years ago and has successfully left the confines of our heliosphere and has traveled into interstellar space. The Voyager mission was launched to extend our exploration and our understanding of our solar system outside of the Sun's heliosphere, which is its sphere of influence. Well, I would say that's mission accomplished. Back in 2012, Voyager 1 reached the heliopause. However, most of its instruments lacked power, and so it was unable to send back much data. However, Voyager 2 has much more power remaining and more instrumentation left online, so we are hoping to get some new and exciting data from old Voyager.
Voyager!
Voyager. Voyager.
And the final item I would like to talk about. NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission has arrived at the asteroid Venu on December 2nd. And if you don't know what Venu is, Object 101955 Venu is a near-Earth object that comes close to the Earth every 6 years or so. It's about 462 meters across, that's 1,515 feet, or roughly a third of a mile. This is no small chunk of rock. And this last part is important. Venu has an increasing chance of impacting the Earth by the year 2199. So, as you can see, it is important that we understand what Venu is made of and if it is actually a threat to the Earth. And if it is, we need to figure out how to deal with it. So OSIRIS-REx has been at Venu for about a week now, and it's sent back some important information already. NASA has announced that hydrated minerals were found on Venu, indicating the presence of an ancient liquid water source on the asteroid. And as we all know, the search for life begins with the search for water. So I think this is just downright amazing. Now, it's going to be about 5 years before OSIRIS-REx completes its mission and returns to Earth with its samples for a complete study, but nonetheless, this is a very exciting discovery. And on the topic of samples, OSIRIS-REx will be testing a new touch-and-go style of sample collection that will allow a satellite to directly sample an object without the need for a separate landing and collection drone. And in space, every little bit that you can save is vital. Well, folks, that's been your Science and Tech update for the end of November and the beginning of December 2018. As always, this has been Manny SixFingers at Area 503. And I wish you all the best until we meet again. I am out of here to continue my search for universal truth.